Welcome to episode 29 of Discover Ocala, presented by Showcase Properties of Central Florida. I'm Valerie Dailey, and today we're joined by Jim Boyer. Jim is the Director of Research Operations at the University of Florida IFAS Plant Science Research and Education Unit. Let's learn more. Hi, Jim. It's super great to see you today, and I'm excited that you're able to come on the podcast. We're going to talk about the Plant Research Center.
Well, thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
I've worked for the College of Agriculture and IFAS. IFAS is the Institute of Food and Agriculture Sciences, and we are specifically there in Citra. We work for the research side of the University of Florida. So it is on the southern shores of Orange Lake, and we do a lot of plant research for the Gainesville-based faculty and the other faculty around the state. So,
yeah, it's an amazing facility. How many acres?
A great question. So we are an 1,100-acre plant research facility. The university's owned it since 1972, and it was a beef research facility up until 1994. And then we transitioned. One of the owners of Winn-Dixie gave a larger piece closer to the other animal units, and the university decided to move the animal science to that location. So long story short, we consolidated a lot of the plant research efforts that were on campus and around Gainesville to one location. It was very disjointed in the late 90s. So we moved down there starting in about 2000, and so we've got a wide range of various crops. So.
Yes. Tell me how many commodities that you work on out there,
Sure.
And you oversee the facility. Is that correct?
That is correct. So I'm the director of research for that, and we have 36 staff members that help with the infrastructure needs for trials. So land preparation, getting irrigation there. We perform research for about 100 faculty on an annual basis, and we can do research on about 140 different commodities. So when I say commodities, that's citrus, blueberries, flowers, turf, tomatoes, all of those are different commodities. So.
Okay. And it's based off research, and I'm assuming you have grad students that come out there as well. And where does the information go once they've done their research?
Sure. So we perform the research for about 100 faculty. Usually underneath each of them is 1 to 6 graduate students. So there's a number of different students that work there at the facility as well. And they'll usually do a couple years of research on a particular issue or problem that we're trying to solve, or maybe a new plant variety. And then from there, it will go out to extension. And so each county, 67 counties, each county has its own extension office. It's usually a partnership between the county government and the University of Florida as cost share on paying for those county agents. And that information will go out to those county faculty, and then they will either put it out on the internet or have a class or maybe a field day, an educational opportunity for the citizens of Florida.
What are some of the most interesting things for you that you've got out there?
So I grew up in agriculture. My father was in the citrus business. My mother was in the cut flower business.
Okay.
So that's kind of my background here in Marion County. And it's just fascinating to me all of the different directions that plant breeding is going, new water technologies, new fertility, new crops that are even coming to Florida, such as cold-tolerant coffee, avocados for north central Florida. Barbados cherries is another neat one that we're working with.
Okay.
So Barbados cherries actually has more vitamin C than a glass of orange juice typically.
Oh, how about that?
It might be a new superfruit that we're working with. But we just look at a wide range. We're also working a lot with NASA.
Okay.
NASA needs a bumper sticker says not just the space shuttle, I think. So we're doing a lot with our soil and water division of NASA.
I think the last time I was out there, someone was doing a test where even though the grass may be brown on top, that it's still water underground, and you
Sure.
don't need to water your grass.
Absolutely.
They were doing that.
So a lot of turfgrass work.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing a lot of partnerships with some of our retirement communities here in Marion County, and just helping educate our stakeholders of Florida, as well as our lawn care managers and stuff like that. And you're 100% right that the best filter for Florida's water going in is a healthy shrub or healthy turfgrass.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times that's an education opportunity for us, whether it's through extension or research, to work on those things. And it's challenging when you come from other areas of the nation and you're used to the way that a certain grass or shrub looks, and we're certainly helping be a part of that piece of the puzzle. So
yeah, we always get lots of questions when people move from Colorado or upstate New York. What are all these grasses, and
Sure.
how do you feed your animals and things like
Sure.
that? So,
and that's a great thing that the Marion County Extension Office or Alachua County Extension Office can certainly answer those questions. We've also got master gardener programs that help if you've got, what is this certain weed, or you need to identify something. And they're located in the central part of Ocala here in Marion County. Alachua County has their own extension office, depending on who's listening to this. But it's a great opportunity for homeowners to educate themselves, whether it's on the internet. There's certainly EDIS publications that certainly answer a lot of those questions as well. Yeah. And they've got YouTube videos and various parts of that. So,
do you give tours of the facility or lectures, or it's a beautiful building that's on that property?
So we do somewhere in the neighborhood of 100 to 150 tours a year.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, it is. So last year we broke our record with just over 3,700 visitors coming through those.
That's great.
On those tours. And so normally they're catered to either a blueberry group or some type of farmer stakeholder group of maybe a turf field day, or maybe the Florida Blueberry Association. But we also partner with Farm City Week and Marion County Extension, as well as Marion County Farm Bureau. And it's normally the week before Thanksgiving. And we have an open house. So if you ever wonder what's going on, we'll be happy to give a tour to that day. That's the one day we open up our doors and don't have a specific commodity group that we're targeting or what have you. So be on the lookout for the week before
year.
Thanksgiving.
Okay.
We're usually the Wednesday before that. And there's different opportunities around the county for people to learn more about agriculture. And
that's great. Now, so you have blueberries, and did I hear that, what was it, Firehouse, you were testing peppers for them?
Sure. So research goes a number of different directions, and you go into Firehouse and you see all of the hot sauces.
Yes.
Well, Firehouse grows a lot of their hot sauces, the peppers themselves. And so we were doing a daddle pepper experiment to see if they could do a pepper concoction or what have you. So, but you've got any number of different projects that may have that or what have you. You'll hear me talk a lot about plant breeding. Is an important part of what we do. I'll take peanuts, for instance. A lot of times people think peanuts are all the same. Well, there's actually 11,000 varieties of peanuts known here. Yes. And so USDA has different germplasm collections of whether it's squash collections or peanut collections. And they actually have all 11,000 varieties cataloged in a seed warehouse in Griffin, Georgia.
Okay.
And so much of the land-grant universities in the southeastern United States help reproduce those to where there's current seed stock. So if there's a plant breeder at UF or Georgia or Auburn that needs variety X to maybe cross with an existing variety, they can ask for that. They can request that from the USDA and get those collections. In Citra, there's plant breeding is an extremely important part of what we do. UF has 29 plant breeders that work on a number of different crops, anything from peanuts to blueberries to flowers to turfgrass. And in citrus, there's 17 of my style centers in UF's system. all the way from Homestead, which is south of Miami, to J. Milton area, the other side near Pensacola.
Right.
And so 6 of the top 10 plant royalties coming back to IFAS are supported there in Citra. So kudos to little old Marion County for helping with that.
It's
so
great.
Blueberries is number 1 in that. And so
I know every year at the, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but at the Taste of Florida, they are always providing us different varieties to choose from on those blueberries.
Absolutely.
Which ones we like the best.
And so it's amazing. They're breeding now for just targeting specific age groups, because what my age group, we think of a fruit to be a certain firmness or sweetness, where a lot of times my children will want something different than us. And that's fascinating to me that they're breeding. You can see that in the grocery store with certain citrus varieties that people are used to getting a certain fruit maybe in a Happy Meal or something like that, and that kind of sticks with them through time. So but certain firmness or soft or sweet or maybe tartness, but there's a number of different varieties. So blueberries is number 1, strawberries is number 2. We do some work with that, but not as much as the farm and balm. Coleus is actually number 3, which is a flower.
Yeah.
And most people say, "What flower is that?" But they Google it, and it's every subdivision between here and Washington State. That we just sold our 34 millionth plant last fall from that breeding program, and there's a number of different varieties and shapes and colors of that. So it's exciting opportunities for our farm here.
Yeah, you get to do a lot of different research up there.
It is. So one of the things that's very important is providing research and information back to our farmers, whether it's here in Florida, to keep them sustainable and profitable, and a part of the solution of there's only so much water in Florida, there's only so many waterways, we need to help protect those things. Some of the other work that we're doing is we work with the World Crop Breeder, and his mission is to develop protein sources for developing countries. And so we work a lot with wheat and oats, new varieties of that. So in one of our plots, we have about 6,000 varieties of wheat and oats. We also work
there in Citra?
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh.
So across about a 25-acre area. We've got quinoa, edamame. So it's not just for what's happening here locally, but also across the world. We're helping find solutions for that. So by the year 2050, it's estimated that there's going to be 10 billion people here on the earth.
Yikes.
And we've got to somehow feed those people.
Yeah.
And we're doing a great job of getting more per acre of what historically 75 years to 100 years ago. But we need to help feed those other countries and provide them protein sources for that. So there's a lot of that work also going on there in Citra.
So what do you do with the blueberries and the strawberries and the quinoa and all that up there? What do you do with all of that?
Perfect question. So the university has a field and fork pantry, which deals with student and staff food insecurity. So all of our produce that we produce goes into that food pantry. And then let's say the students are on break or something like that. They aren't in class right then. We've got a food bank in Alachua County that has actually a series of food banks through North Central Florida that they send that to. So it works
awesome.
well. A lot of that goes to food banks here in Marion County as well as Alachua and Levy County. And then we've also, Society of St. Andrews has been a really good opportunity for us if we don't have enough staff to harvest all of the border rows and stuff. And they are actually a gleaning network that you can ask, hey, I've got this row, a couple rows of peaches or grapes or something, and they'll bring 25, 30 volunteers and come help. And those will go all over to food banks here locally. So
that's awesome.
It's really a great opportunity because when it's time to harvest, sometimes you just don't have enough labor to do all that. And so we've encouraged some of our farms here also, if they're done with watermelon season or something, that they can utilize that group as well. So it's
That's
a neat
great.
group.
That's great.
So
In wrapping up, is there something that you want to get out to the public that I didn't ask you?
sure. So there's a lot of educational opportunities. When you think of University of Florida, people typically think of teaching.
Right.
But in the College of Agriculture, we have three main components, which is teaching, extension is one of those, and also research, which you've seen all three of the legs of the College of Agriculture. You also have the CFC, the Vintage Farm, and their educational programs here. And they have over 200 students, I believe, in that program, whether it's in the equine sciences or the agribusiness program. There's a lot of good things going on in the College of Agriculture at UF and at the College of Central Florida. And there's a lot of opportunities. It's not just growing crops when you think of an agricultural degree. There's a lot of the support organizations, even food sciences. We've got a number of different companies in our, such as Signature Brands or Outlaw Snacks, that also work a lot with different agriculture commodities and transform them into a value-added thing. So there's lots of opportunities for young people, and even if you're looking to change careers or just look at those opportunities. And if you want to come tour us, certainly Farm City Week is a great opportunity.
Awesome.
So.
Thank you for coming. I really appreciate it. Learned a lot.
Sure.
And like I said, I love that place up there. It's a great place to visit. So hopefully we'll get some people there for you in November.
Well, thank you so much for having me. It's been a pleasure, and just to tell my story.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks to Jim for joining us today. And we look forward to being with you once again next month on Discover Ocala, presented by Showcase Properties of Central Florida.
Discover Ocala is presented by Showcase Properties of Central Florida. As an independent brokerage firm for over 2 decades, Showcase Properties has helped customers throughout Central Florida achieve their real estate goals. Showcase Realtors offer expertise in a variety of property types and price points, and their services go beyond just buying and selling. Visit showcaseocala.com to connect with a dedicated local realtor and start your unique real estate journey today. We also want to thank you, the listener, for taking time to discover Ocala with us. We hope you enjoyed this month's episode, and if you did, please consider leaving us a review or rating wherever you're listening, or even telling a friend about us. If you have any questions on other organizations, individuals, or events you'd like to see covered in future episodes, you can get in touch with us directly at discoverocala@showcaseocala.com. See you next month.